G'day everyone, Paul Stoner, CEO Biggin and Scott. I'm joined today by Michael Devon-Santos, one of the directors of the Ballarat office. And we're here today to talk about the April market wrap. Welcome, Michael.
Thank you, Paul.
So, sales, activity, Ballarat, always a lot of sales, I know, but how's it travelling?
It's a big market, Ballarat, a lot of agents there. We're really pleased to be able to say that we're now number 3 for listings, new listings of all the agents in Ballarat.
Yep.
We're sitting at number 2 for sales. And the days on market for all the agents in the area is 140 days on market. And speaking with James and Fran, my co-directors out there at Ballarat, our average days on market of Biggin and Scott is 42. So it's 140 versus 42 for us. So
yeah,
pretty pleased with that.
Is that a mixture of sales and auctions or mostly private sales?
Mostly private sales.
Yeah, okay.
We have had a lot of auctions previous to this month,
Yep.
but just lately it's been private sales.
Okay. So the guys are really working with those buyers to get them humming through.
Yep.
So some standout results for the office over the last month?
Standout results, 22 Lowry Crescent in Ballarat. That achieved $70,000 above the quoting range of other agents.
Yeah,
so
well,
$70,000.
Private sale.
Yeah, which was really, really good.
Yep.
133 Windermere Parade, Windermere. That sold for $5,000 over asking, and that was around about $200,000 more than its twin next door sold for 2 years ago.
Yeah, wow.
So that's really staggering
Things are
result.
moving
Really,
quick.
really good.
Things are moving really quick. Demand for Ballarat, and it's a very diverse market. Where is the highest demand at this stage?
We think the biggest demand is in the 500,000 plus property range,
Yeah.
and it's really centred around inner city and very close to that lake region in that Ballarat area.
And now James mentioned when I caught up with him a couple of weeks ago, there's a lot of investors turning up from Melbourne on the weekends.
There are a lot of investors.
Yeah.
Ballarat now is only an hour and 10 minutes to the West Gate.
Yeah.
There's a fantastic fast train service, there's multiple trains. A lot of people are residing in Ballarat, coming to work in Melbourne. Apart from people that work in Ballarat itself, but we are getting a lot more of that sort of demand. So yeah, bringing the investors in.
It's a cheap entry, you know.
Fantastic.
You're buying a house in Ballarat for $350 and as opposed to an apartment in Richmond.
Yep.
$350.
And a great return, solid renting people. We find that the people that rent our places tend to stay there for quite some time.
Yeah, okay. So speaking of investors, how's the vacancy rates and
Vacancy rates, we've got about 10% vacancy rate in our property management department at the moment.
Yep.
The demand is very, very strong still.
Yep.
Again, the biggest demand we think is in the inner city, Soldiers Hill, Ballarat North, those sorts of areas. And again, that's where you pick up those properties, 350, 400, 500,000.
Okay. So Ballarat heading into what is traditionally one of our busiest months, May, but getting towards the colder months, what are we expecting?
We're thinking pretty much more of the same. Demand hasn't slowed down. We've got a good number of properties in the pipeline coming on market. This weekend, the guys have got 25 opens, which is staggering. So yeah, pretty much more of the same.
Yeah, so plenty of stock. It's a bit of an opposite story to the city. There's a lack of stock at the moment in the city. So
we're finding it quite good at the moment.
Yeah.
People getting their house on the market, getting good returns. We're getting good sales figures.
Yeah.
So
yeah, fantastic. I'm sure if you've got any questions in regards to being an investor or what the market's doing and you're after stats, if you've been to one of Ballarat's open for inspections, you'll know that there's a lot of information on offer.
Absolutely.
So that's it for April for Ballarat, and we look forward to seeing you back here in May.
Thanks, Paul.
Thanks, Michael.
No worries.